Welcome everyone to the Real Whovians cast. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Matt Rose. What's up, Matt?
Hello, how are you? I'm
What's up,
fine.
Scott?
Hello, all.
All right, so here's the thing. And you can tell me if you heard anything, Matt. My source confirms again that they are filming another block of Doctor Who that started today, and it's going to run till October 31st. October 31st will be the last day filming the series 12. Then it's a wrap. Now, I've said numerous times not to expect them to go to New York Comic Con, and I stated my reasons why. Because last year there was a sense of urgency. They had to show off the new Doctor. They had to present her to New York. This time they're not going to switch their schedule around. They're still filming Series 12, and the first thing that's going to air is the holiday special. This is what I was told. So if they're not going to send them to Comic Con to promote one episode. So the whole thing, they had this thing where they said Doctor Who returns early 2020. Now, originally, the artwork said Doctor Who Series 12 returns early 2020. Now, if you go on these sites, it's changed. It just says Doctor Who returns 2020, meaning that yes, there will be a special New Year's Day, and then we will get a trailer for Series 12, and then it's Easter. And the whole thing, what I was trying to say is that they're not going to release Series 12 so early because they're not going to film till at least the end of February or March. It's going to be well over a year. So if they're going to make Series 12 come out later, then it's less of a time between Doctor Who. What do you think, Matt Rose? What do you think?
Well, because you've just said about that's the first I've heard of it. I think it must be pick up shots from this season. You know, like
So
without
this is
Star Wars.
actually filming. This is an actual episode. I'm not sure what episode of the series it is, but it's a block. So I'm assuming it's one episode in there.
Yeah,
And then they're done. But they already
yeah,
have a special too.
yeah. I didn't know anything about this block because they have a set amount. So this must have just popped in. It must have been
Well,
some
it wasn't anywhere other than what my source said. So it will come
Yeah.
out probably in the next day or so. I'm sure.
Oh, of course, because if that is true, that they filmed another block, then they must be like filming extra episodes for this season then, and this, if
Well,
as
no.
you
See, the
said,
thing is, it's not exactly 10 months yet. The end
yeah,
of October will be 10 months.
yes.
Exactly. So the 10-month consists of 10 episodes plus a special.
Oh, I see, yeah, because we had that for the last season.
Yes.
Fair enough.
So whether they're
But
doing this special or they're doing the episode 8 or 10 or whatever, it is connected to Series 12. It's whatever.
yes, but it just make you wonder is normally when they do announce like this kind of special, like as you say, New Year's Day or Christmas or whatever,
It gets
they
a
normally
block by itself, usually.
yes, yes. So it's wonder is it that block that's getting the special,
If
or is it the
I think it, I thought they filmed it already, and that this
yes,
might just be episode 10, but we'll see.
yes? But remember they all film out of order. It's like anything for Doctor Who. It's been always been done out of order as far back as the original series. So for this season, it makes you wonder: is this carrying on for that or this special? If they are doing one, and if they are doing it, it must be soon time for the press announcement to happen because they can't keep that quiet for long.
Well, the thing, another thing the source said is that the next trailer we get is on Children in Need, November
I
15th.
I can see that because the last time we had anything proper for children in need was during Moffat's era. This era, the only thing we had was Jodie and the little quick thing from last year. So it
And the
hasn't
Dalek
really.
and the kid, right?
Yes, that was it. Apart from that, we haven't had a real proper involvement of children in need. I think the last time there was a proper special for children in need was Time Crash, really. But since
Yeah,
then,
so
it's
it's
all been.
due to have something that's of worth with Doctor Who, something big like a trailer.
Oh, absolutely. I don't understand why after all of that they can't film a little 5 minute episode or like
Right, I
that
know.
again. It's
I
just
agree with you with that.
I I think what they need to do is, as you say, if they're not going to do a proper special for Doctor Who on Children in Need or acknowledge Doctor Who this year, and it's just a quick hello again.
But Moffat knows holding all his stuff so close to the vest, and that's the
Yeah.
problem.
See, the special is not going to air on Children in Need. It's just going to be a trailer for the special.
No. Yes, or a clip, remember, when the next Doctor aired. That wasn't the trailer, that was just a clip from it.
Right, this will be a trailer. This will be an actual trailer for the holiday special.
It'd be an upsetting thing, because between you, it is feeling very turbulent at the minute for Doctor Who about reinsurance, what's going on with this next season or this New Year's special. I feel if they miss the boat and skip it and just have Jodie just doing an announcement as the Doctor, like, come and raise money and just do, which is very sweet for the cause, but very upsetting for the fans if they do nothing again for Doctor Who this year, apart from her being...
No, I heard differently. I heard flat out, besides whatever she's doing with David Tennant for that album, they're going to be a trailer for Doctor Who for the holiday special.
Oh, I know that. I'm just saying, but if it turns out that it's just her in the coat again, just doing like a quick video, I think that would let a lot of people down after last year again.
A lot of people too, they feel that the Series 12 debut should be like 3 weeks after the special, and that's not happening. Like, it's too soon.
No,
it's got to be months after.
Never happened in the past.
No, it hasn't. It's got to be months after.
Because you've got to think of it. They've got to do the editing in the cutting room floor. They've got to get the special effects. The composer who's just joined the series has got to make the music, and they've got to cut down whatever's been filmed that might end up on deleted scenes or commentary. So you don't know what they can be doing for the next season. It could take longer than expected because of all the stuff that goes into
What I was told also is right now they're drawing up storyboards because there's going to be a special next year. They're not filming the special for 2021, but they're writing Series 13 and the special now. Like, they have their team writing it now while the other team is filming, directing her, or whatever. So that way, by the time the end of February comes, they could start filming. Now, they really want to film the end of February, but that's not definite because there's some outside contingencies going on. Like, Bradley Walsh is doing a lot of stuff, you know.
Yes, because he's admitted recently that when he was doing Doctor Who, he'd go back and forth between the chase, so he wouldn't finish until the middle of the night.
And he's got a commitment with them. He's got to film a lot of episodes for that. Plus, he's got these series that he's doing. He's doing a Christmas special thing, and he's also doing a series. And it's not just him, though. It's like Jodie Whittaker's doing something else. You know, I don't know if Amanda Peel is doing anything with Tosin Cole, but...
Yeah, Tosin's only doing cons at the minute. The last thing and that just makes you wonder is how lenient their contract is. That he's the only one that's being allowed to do the cons.
He's doing it on his break, just like everybody could do whatever they want on their break, but when the time comes, so he's doing that. They're actually filming other stuff, probably that like other roles or whatever.
Yeah, but I don't hear of Mandip or him filming. That's why it just
not Doctor Who. What I'm saying is while they're on break, Bradley Walsh is doing stuff other than Doctor Who. Jodie's doing stuff other than Doctor Who, right?
Oh, that's what I mean. Is you don't hear of them two doing acting at the minute. You just
I don't know what they're doing. Yeah.
Oh, exactly. You don't hear them doing stage plays. You don't hear them doing anything. It's just Doctor Who cons. That's it. You don't hear them doing any other acting gigs at the minute. That makes you wonder, what are they doing for the rest?
Maybe
of the
they're just
week?
chilling. They don't want to, maybe they didn't get any offered any roles, and they're like, all right, we'll do Comic-Con or whatever.
Or unless they're just staying loyal, because some actors don't like barging from their roles until they're finished.
Could be.
Yes, because it's like when it was the Matt Smith era, they didn't like to barge into any of the roles until they were done.
Now, I heard also that if they do not film by the end of February, that's like a danger zone thing that could cause issues with the money that they get, because if they film after that and it's 10 months after that, you will not have a series for over a year.
Just say if they film in March and then it's not released till March of next year, that's a very long gap for Doctor Who.
Right. And so what I'm told is that's like danger zone after the end of February. And it's not definite that they're filming the end of February. So right now would take with a grain of salt. But by then, the scripts will be ready. They'll have locations set and everything. Um, so everything stays the same. 10 episodes plus a special every series. That's the way it's going to be, unless because if they were to do 10 months and an episode less, then he would get criticized because he already cut the episode count down when he took over from Moffat.
Yes, because it was 13, then it was the +1 on board, which was the specials.
Right. It was 13 plus a special, then it was 12 plus a special, then Moffat got to 11 plus a special. It got really low that time. So now, how much more are you going to cut it and still have the same amount of months filming, which is ridiculous?
If it goes to like a Netflix format of 5 episodes per season, I think people will complain.
It will be bad if you cut it to 5.
Yeah. So at this point of time, the only thing I can say for this season is it better be on time, and they better publicise it better next season than this. I said to Philip, who's not here, but since Edward Russell, the marketing director, left, there has been nobody in the BBC who has given Doctor Who the publicity as he has, like the bosses, the Comic-Con, the promotion. When Edward Russell left, there was nothing really marketing Doctor Who outside of it this year for her, apart from...
They're really doing it bad.
Yeah.
It's bad.
I heard they
If they
had
had any sort of marketing, people would be reminded about it on a daily basis. If Chibnall would allow people to use pictures, of some sort, there would be hype, but there's none. And the merchandise they are putting out for it, it's like,
because
I could have, this Tim Shaw thing, I could have grabbed a thing of Play-Doh and created that.
I'm going to tell you right now, if you go into the store and there's nothing Doctor Who, don't think Doctor Who's coming out in a month, because it's not. You have to have something coming out.
I know I've said it on the last 2 podcasts, but it is true. Big Finish, Titan Comics, they're the only thing that is constantly keeping Doctor Who live at the minute.
Big Finish.
And
Big Finish.
It's unfortunately, I said this to you, but we haven't covered it yet. It's this weekend at New York Comic Con. There's only 3 figures being now sold for Doctor Who. 3 figures that are exclusive to the event. What does that say about Doctor Who? No cast and free toys.
It's not being marketed or promoted well at all.
Mm-hmm.
But it's commissioned till 2023.
And that's basically it. They're not afraid of it going off the air due to the commission, so why bother putting it in?
I'm getting the impression he could run it to the ground and then you're done, which I don't want that to happen.
Yes, because remember when Edward Russell had left, bringing him back up, they had hired a marketing director to take over them. And the only marketing I have seen from Doctor Who is, apart from a couple of the toys, the audios and that, the social media side is always about the original series of Doctor Who and a couple of the past seasons.
And even Doctor Who Magazine is not getting enough information to promote the new series.
There's a couple of covers now and then of Jodie on there, but the rest is like classic series, modern series. Her series gets a rotation every couple of months.
And they're supposed to get the inside scoop. They're not getting anything.
Yeah,
lately.
That's why they're interviewing cast members and crew members and fans at the minute, because they have no clue what's going on at Roflock.
That's bad. Yeah. So now tomorrow, my source is going to have a conference with me probably tomorrow night. And I'll be able to talk about it either tomorrow night, the next day. Different stuff related news to Doctor Who, like I said. So I'm not sure what this is about, but probably going to be juicy. So we'll see going forward.
Yeah. If there's nothing soon for this before the year's out, I think people are going to start panicking more.
Oh, they will go crazy. Like they'll start. They're already like that's the whole point is that. And I'm not bashing anybody, but people are so desperate for Doctor Who news that every time somebody's filming lately, like that's Doctor Who, and it's not, and they're getting it wrong. They're getting it wrong every single day. People that probably were right before.
Is it because it's filming in Cardiff, so people are assuming it's Doctor Who?
I think there's no Doctor Who news, and they're assuming it's Doctor Who because they want to talk about Doctor Who, and it's nothing to talk about. And then they'll do a retraction, but the problem is this person that does this has been right a lot in the past, but now, because of starvation with news, he's trying to think it's Doctor Who, and it's not. Like, he totally got it wrong. It was a Simon Pegg and Nick Frost movie. Why would you think that's Doctor Who?
because it's Nick Frost who's been in Doctor Who.
I
And
know,
Simon
but
Pegg.
he's not gonna be Santa again. It's like ridiculous.
And he's not going to be the editor. He died as well in that.
Right. And nobody will remember him anyway. It's like, yeah.
But the thing I'm finding is, if it's not, Doctor Who just seems very in a turmoil and unstable state. I mean, if you look at Gallifrey One, they've got all the writing staff from the last series going from Doctor Who, but you've got no Chibnall involved. It's all the writers that have guested this last season. So why isn't the big chief going? Moffat's even done Gallifrey One.
Chibnall, because he's showrunner Doctor Who, he has a lot of say over what's going to be made and not, and he could put a stop to anything that he feel was going to reveal his series.
Mhm.
So he won't even have like figures of the damn companions, which was ridiculous in the past, or even the villains. Nothing. You got a rainbow with a TARDIS, which is not anything. Earrings and handbags and Jodie's coat.
The one thing I've noticed the lack of this season is all the other Doctors have had their TARDIS built, or like the toy of it. Apart from Capaldi, she's also the only other Doctor that hasn't had her TARDIS built yet.
Correct. They don't have any playset. Nothing.
don't.
You don't even know what it is.
Exactly,
Yeah.
so it makes you wonder, all of her single toys are coming out, so why no TARDIS?
Exactly.
It's like
Got her
it's
Sonic at least,
pretty much
but-
showing her a disrespect in
I
a
think
way.
so.
And if they're really wanting her to be the Doctor of this era, then they would be putting stuff out for her instead of this piddly stuff. But they're showing her disrespect, which is basically proving to me that it's like, here, we're just doing this, just show that we care, but don't really care.
And it's
Yeah.
easy for people to
Proving
make a
that we really
mistake.
didn't want a female Doctor. So
Yeah. It's easy for people to make a mistake and assume the Doctor was dying. No, this is purposeful. Like they're not putting out merchandise purposely. So it's not the Doctor who's dying, it's just that there's no merchandise.
No, and also if you look, it really is remindful of the Colin Baker era. It just feels like she's got terrible scripts, but she's giving her all. Apart from a couple of episodes that have been good, it's just like, I mean, look how amazing that episode was until the frog appeared.
Big what?
Right. I know.
It's like they're purposely trying to make people dislike Jodie. Why did we have to have politics in the episode about the spider and mention Donald Trump who had nothing to do with Doctor Who?
Yes, I agree with that.
And I said, by picking a woman, this is pretty much one of the things that we could possibly fall into, is that they're purposely miswriting and directing her to prove that that the Doctor shouldn't be a woman. And also, I've also said they should have made her a spin-off character. They could have created a whole new genre and all that as well. But no, the Doctor had to be a woman.
My thing was, the first time they've made out she was a woman, at least that was funny and comedic because she was excited by it. But the next couple of episodes, it was just becoming all in your face. It was like Bill Potts. It became all in your face that she was into women. A bit like this. It was the Doctor. It's like you can't make people be forced into it. You have to ease them into it for the laugh factor. You can't say, I'm Bill Potts and I love women. I'm the Doctor and I used to be a man. It's like, if you go somewhere publicly and say it, people say, and what? In this, it just started getting boring out of it.
It does.
Nothing against her. It's the writing. The writing staff just don't seem to know what to do with her because Chibnall's just like, oh, just roll with it.
Yeah.
But
I think she's getting the shitty end of the stick, but
yeah, it's like Colin again. I mean, remember his first episode, Twin Dilemma? That was a perfect example of a terrible script, but he carried off the script well because of how perfect an actor he is. And she's carrying off these terrible scripts well because she's a good actress. It's just, I don't like people saying she's terrible as a Doctor.
I agree.
Whoever directs you, whoever writes the scripts, you have to go with that performance because you're working. You can't say, oh, this is terrible, because she's not being paid to change the script.
That's why I wanted her to get great scripts so she can prove everybody wrong.
But you know what? She can. That Dalek episode still proves that she's a good actor.
Yeah, I like that episode a lot, actually.
I mean, she was quite dark in it, and that's what you want, a darker version of the Doctor. The Dalek, what I liked about it, I was fearful successful because so many people kept saying, "Oh, it might say, oh, it's a woman, it can't do anything." Episode it just said it saw the Doctor, seen it was the greatest enemy of all, and just carried on like business as normal.
Yeah. I
Well,
like
how
that
it
episode
should
a
thing
lot.
about Series 11. There was 3 decent episodes, and that special. Those were the only 4 episodes that were decent in amongst the whole season. It's series.
But
itself.
I thought she finally came into the role once the New Year's Day special came, like Resolution.
But a lot of people
right?
think it's too little, too late.
It felt a bit like Eccleston to me, like the hatred towards the Daleks that did.
Because this is how I mentioned it at one time. Think about it this way: you got her as a spin-off character, a totally new Time Lord character. They could follow the same criteria. She gets her special, so you basically have the main show having its special. You have her show having a special. Then, if they ever do a crossover, in other words, part 1 and part 2, I wouldn't do it like the first 3 episodes. I'd wait until between like the fourth and 9th episode, basically, between the 4th and the final episode.
You know they can't do
basically,
that, though. You know they can't.
You've got not only the special of the new series to look forward to, you've got the crossover to look forward to too. So you've got people psyched so much for pretty much 2 new things.
But you know that that would be such a disrespect to go and say that she's not really the Doctor. That's a
I know. I'm just saying that's what they should have done.
They're not going to do that.
But
Yeah.
if they, instead of making her the Doctor, they could have made her a spun-off character of a Time Lord.
Yes, but as Moffat has stated, nothing can happen on screen more than twice. That's why we never had McGann and Capaldi on at the same time.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
And they should have waited. I'll say this much. As far as a woman doctor, they should have waited till the 14th or 15th, since we were coming off that lovely Moffat era. I'll say that much.
Well, apparently.
They should have waited until like the 14th or 15th Doctor before they had a female Doctor.
You knew that was happening, though. He kept pushing the envelope every year mentioning.
Yeah, Moffat had pushed for it. Russell T regrets not casting a woman Doctor.
Yeah, it's almost as if Moffat only chose Chibnall because Chibnall was going to do what Moffat wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, he basically tricked him into thinking that that's what his idea is. And it's not.
You want to do a great show there, Chibs?
It's Moffat all along. Moffat's the one that engineered it. It would never have happened if Moffat didn't push the envelope.
No, exactly. And
have another one of these shots here,
right? Chip. He's like, the Doctor's a woman. Here's a shot. The Doctor's a woman. Here's a shot. And then it's like, oh, I like this idea. It's great.
Well, it makes you wonder.
Yeah, he said he's complimenting the shots, but he's really
freaking brainwashing.
Yeah. Well, it makes you wonder if this was Moffat's final season and he casted Jodie. It makes you wonder how differently he would have done it.
Yeah, I mean, I believe Moffat wanted a female, but he didn't choose. Like, of course, Chibnall got to choose, but again, he probably subliminally tricked him, thinking that, making him think it's his idea, and it's not. Sort of like, you know, Captain Hook and Smeed, right? Like Smeed would come up with the plan, and then Captain Hook was like, "This is my idea," you know.
Smeed. Yes, but unfortunately, we're here now. I can't take her back until she changes.
Yeah. All right. So that's. Yeah. No, okay, continue. I'm sorry.
The only thing that I do hope for from this next season is, as we've been hearing with all these villains coming in, that she doesn't get overlooked. I just want next season. It's like when Tom Baker had all these companions, at least they were trying to still make him the focus. I hope next season they try to balance out and make her more of the focus, because she felt like Peter Davison, felt more like a side character.
She definitely
she was the second banana to every 3 of those companions.
She needs to be the main thing.
She was pretty much let's put it this way, she was the third wheel amongst 3 companions.
That's the sad thing. She feels like an independent Doctor, but she seems like a third wheel, like Davison era again.
Yeah.
And I even made the comment of they made her too much like one of these little camp counselors, just throwing up this little, you can do it, instead of her actually stepping in and doing stuff.
My expectations is I don't want it to happen, because I'm always a fan of her companion, but she needs a death or something to shake her up next year.
Oh, I agree with that too.
That's because I was thinking even the moment what they could have done is you see the Master or Missy walk behind the TARDIS, and then when one of her companions dies, you think, oh my God, they were the one that did it. But then you look, and it's actually the Dalek that kills her. Or killed her.
Oh,
It's like the Bradley Walsh episode where she got angry to threaten to throw him off the TARDIS. That
That was
I thought was
great.
Yes, that was a good one.
You're
that
He's
I
done.
thought was
Go back
could
to the
actually be one
TARDIS.
to die because he probably found out that he was out of remission, wanted to keep a secret, so he decides to do the whole take the bullet for one of the companions who was about to die.
well. That's the point that I'm saying. When you see her like that in her element, well, this whole season, I get she's excited and fun, but when she started like threatening and being menacing, that was acting more like how the Doctor should be when
Yes.
things get out of line.
Yes.
I agree with
And
that.
that's the
Totally.
main problem with her too, is where the other doctors, they threw you a glance where the guy feared that he was going to give them a Thanos snap, but her, every time her threatening looks came upon us, like they're going, did you just wet yourself?
Give us a biscuit.
Is that look?
TARDIS, keep continue feeding her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of
I mean
course.
that's what
It's a good treat.
I want from her next season. Is just to see can they shake it up from this season, being her menacing like that towards
Yes.
the Dalek to her own companion. She needs to feel more like the darker nature that these lot have got with their baggage.
Yeah. We shall see. Not till
Yeah.
Easter, probably, but we'll see the special soon, I'm sure. January.
Yeah. Yes, and by Philip will be in his tutu praising me for it.
Where is Philip tonight, anyway?
It's Toxic
In,
Avenger.
in bed, probably.
Sleeping, right? Because he needs to sleep. All right.
Yeah, it's beauty sleep.
We're out of here, guys. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Scott.
Bye.
Take care. Bye for now.